And it's live already. Um, yeah, how what?
I'll be in a second.
Okay. All right, everybody. Howdy, howdy. Just let me know if the video and the sound is good. Um, it should, but
I don't know if he's coming or not.
okay. Well, I have a chair, so we might
I
have.
do check.
I know you do. Sounds looks great. All right. Well, that's great. Well, um, good evening, everybody. Are you okay? Did I leave something in the way?
No.
Okay, cool. Um, Happy Feast of Opet, everybody. I took a little extra time to decorate today and get some things set up. And uh, I'll say this ahead of time for the folks that are members on Patreon, both paid and free members. I've posted a couple of things about that because I made some special tiger nut cakes for the offerings tonight, and I'll show you those in just a minute. Actually, and I'll need to make sure I take a picture of this wonderful setup that we have. Let me see if I can bring it to the camera. So I decided to go really recon today. So we've got, and if you follow this channel, of course you might remember we did a video about the Cantoritos, and of course we've got grapes. This mushroom is a shiitake that we grew in the backyard, so that's really cool. And here's one of our tiger nut cakes. Now this is something that folks that are trying to learn Egyptian hieroglyphs would appreciate. A cake in a hand like this actually spells out a word, and that word is ri, to give or to make happen. And so here, I'll bring this for you. Yamana, can you see the cake? So yeah, so the arm with the cake, that's to give. So and I was making these late last night and got the suggestion from Darren and our adopted son Aiden to ice them with some vanilla. So I happen to have some candy coating, so two of them have been iced with a modern confection. But yeah, so that's part of our tray of offerings. So
along with some bread.
Oh, what? Along with some bread, yeah. Oh, so Christy, Mom went out to forage for mushrooms. That's really cool. Oh wow. And so your mom found a golden chanterelle mushroom which she fried on pan. Yeah. I admire folks that go foraging for mushrooms because you have to be very, very careful with that and make sure you get, the right kind.
Yeah.
Because there are other kinds of mushrooms that can be confused for, things like chanterelles. So you have to really educate yourself ahead of time. And I have an old classmate that likes to do that. So it's a lot of fun, but, like I said, I admire it because, you've got to really, educate yourself ahead of time in order to do it. But yeah, so we're decked out for the Opet Feast. Of course, that's a favorite among a lot of Kemetics because this is the big holiday for Amun-Ra. And so we've actually got Amun and Khonsu and Mut. And this is, of course, our statue that we acquired earlier this year. And I have to give a shout out to some folks that gave me some feedback about that. Next weekend, there's going to be an archaeology weekend event in the area. So I'm going to go and ask some folks questions that are well above their pay grade And there's something that Darren and I are, have talked about. We're going to try and do some research on this and maybe find out more about possibly where that particular statue came from. And if so, then that will be a really fun video. But it's going to take us a couple of months worth of sleuthing, and modern day detective work in order to see what we can find out.
God, the grapes are calling me.
Well, then let's go ahead and get started so we can go ahead and partake in these wonderful offerings, after we have offered them. So, fun guy time. Oh, yeah. So you caught some bugs today. Yeah. That sounds interesting. You'll have to tell us about what kind. Okay. Oh, cool. And B says, speaking of archaeology, my intro to anthropology professor did offer some volunteer positions at a site near me, which I'm excited about. Yeah, that's really cool. And and I need to remember to go in and bug the ducks for a minute because at some point because it's funny. It was 13 years ago by now. When we moved into this house, I found a very rusty sword. It looked like about as long as my forearm, so almost a cubit long, in the backyard. And I just set it in the utility room because I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. I have to go and talk to somebody. And yeah, as we're digging and visiting people for archaeology weekend, we might be able to find out about that because that's local archaeology. It might be just somebody's old Bowie knife or something, but it might be something from the Civil War era. We don't know. So and folks who read the news might have caught something from a month ago where somebody in Florida found a message in a bottle that dated from World War II, and that was really amazing. So there are actually folks in the Army base in North Carolina that the letter had letterhead from, and they're going to try to find who sent the letter and maybe who it was meant for. So that's something I hope I get to hear more about. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started for Feast of Opet. By all means, keep us posted on that. And besides, I know that there are folks here that take stuff like that very seriously and who want to go and visit ancient sites like the mountain of Anubis, and Abydos and places like that. And that's serious stuff. It's well beyond all the fluff that most people are after. So the more things we can find for folks, for inquiring minds, the better. So. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. This Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Unachu. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
Man, you missed one and wow.
You're not acclimatized anymore. Or acclimated.
Shit, I don't need a jacket.
Let me see if I've got something here.
I'll live.
Because I mean, I probably have enough scarves and shawls around here that could give you something to throw around you.
I'll live.
Okay.
Definitely colder now here.
Well, no, I mean, it's just tap water at room temperature.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is more mild out now. But just think of it this way: at least you're not getting what was called a baptism. And there are reliefs of this, and I'm sure some of you have seen this, where you have the Pharaoh, and he has Horus to one side and Jehuti to another, and they have vases of water that they're pouring upon him. And of course, the way it's illustrated is a line of Ankh signs,
right?
To indicate what the water is meant for. But
right,
yeah, but he's in just like a kilt or a loincloth or something. So
yeah,
imagine those cold waters.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. And yeah, I had meant to grab another little lighter from elsewhere, but that's okay.
They were probably drawn straight from the Nile.
My guess would be they were from the Isheru, or from the sacred lake.
Yeah.
But still, especially if you're catching it in the morning, it's going to be rather cold.
Yes.
Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and has been with us in the past and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we're all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we'll light our other candles from Mama Sekhmet. She may bring strength and healing to all those who need it. Her son Mahes, that he may continue to protect us from storms. And for the Osun Nisu, Nebkepra, son of Ra Tutankhamun, our patron Pharaoh, who we will also be honoring as part of the Opet.
By the way, I will be wanting a cookie later.
I want a cookie right now.
A tiger nut cookie, yeah.
Oh goodness. Yeah, that's right. Katie is saying that. Where she's at, it's 104. And by the way, if I ever say something like she, or if I use the wrong pronouns, just correct me, and I will make note of it. But uh, yeah, I also sarcastic was saying that it was really smoky from wildfires, kind of in the region, close enough to cause smoke, and so I guess that's something else that we can include um, to ask for Maha's protection from, and favorable winds to uh, bring moisture to put out the fires, and to clear the smoke away. So because that was us last year, we were having to deal with some of that,
Yep.
from the area too. So. That's now this it's going to be a little bit different from our normal invocation because we're doing a major observance for a feast day, but there's of course certain things that are that stay consistent regardless. Great Aeneid of the gods who are in Yanu, Ra in your appearance at the first time, Ra's twins Shu and Tefnut, Geb and Nut, Lord of Earth and Lady of Heaven, Ossu, Aset, Set and Nebatat, turn your faces toward us, and behold what is in our innermost. Our hearts are straightforward, our hearts are open, and no darkness is within our hearts. Hail and praise unto you, Amun Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Amun Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Amun Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, Amun Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, Amun Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Amun Ra Horketi. Hail and praise unto you, O Yunachiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Aspet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Imhotep, Amenemapet Nebwaset, Imhotep, Amenemapet Nebipetresit, Imhotep, Amenemapet Kamutef, Imhotep, Amenachara. Come in peace, Amen, of the residents, Lord of Thebes, Lord of the southern Opet. Come in peace, Amen, bull of his mother. Come in peace, O Amen, greatest God. Imhotep Mut Nebetawi. Imhotep Mut Nebetisheru. Imhotep Konsu Ahur. Imhotep Konsu Tepi and Amen. Come in peace, Mut, mistress of the two lands and mistress of the Isheru. Come in peace, Konsu the very great, firstborn of Aman. right, let's see if we can pour some water from our cantarito. Take these, your cool waters, that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Amun Ra, Amut Kansu, O Yanachuru. These cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yanachuru, that you may be purified with it. Give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. O Yanachuru, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. This is your natron of Horus. This is your natron of Jehuti. This is your natron among the gods. And present this ointment, which comes from the forehead of Ra. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yanachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Actually, let us present this egg tray too. These two, as your bread and your bounty, which is the eye of Horus. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill this eye of Horus for you with wine. O Amun Ra, O Yanachuru, drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Amun Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Mut, mistress of Isheru, within her house, and Khonsu the Great within his house. Pure the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Amun Ra Horaketi, for Mut, Khonsu, and their Enneads, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Amun Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Mut, O Khonsu. Come to your bodies, O Yanachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Amun Ra Horketi, before Mut, before Konsu. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Amun Ra Horketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkepurura, your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Okay. Slip that over here for right now. From the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters on the table of Osiris. That their hearts may be refreshed. Ta hanket ka kau abdu sanatur mahat kut nibet nofra wabet ankhed naturim kawan akhu punibu ma nibu natura. A voice offering, bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And I was given a request to remember Queen Elizabeth II, because the second anniversary, I believe, of her passing is either today or this weekend. And considering that the Opet festival was a time for that was when kings would reconsecrate themselves, so it would be appropriate to remember a modern monarch, and especially for folks that live in Canada and places that still have very close ties with the United Kingdom. It's something that it makes sense that it was felt a little more deeply for them than it might necessarily have been here in the United States. But regardless, we remember her among the blessed dead. So. And speaking of the rites of rejuvenation and consecration, that's the next part of this, because and it's kind of appropriate that we have two manifestations, two representations of Amun here, because there were two different aspects of him in place at the temples of Karnak and Luxor, because part of the Opet involved a very large procession. They were going from Karnak to Luxor, to the southern residence. And there were rites that were performed there, and then, of course, a ritual procession on the way back. And so that was a major part of this. And Hatshepsut was responsible for a lot of the instituting a lot of the things that we know from the Opet. Some scholars think she may have even begun the Feast of Opet, and it just continued throughout the New Kingdom to the point where, under, I believe it was Ramesses III, it was like a 3-week-long party. So what we're doing is a very abbreviated form of that.
It was their Mardi Gras season.
Yes. This is kind of like Christmas and Mardi Gras all rolled into one. And there's even a modern Moulid, a saint's feast, that parallels the Opet festival, just as there's one that parallels the Feast of the Valley. So. Hail to you, O Amun-Ra and your Enid. We have come to you, O Yeneshuru, that we may see your beauty. For we know you and we know your names. Behold, we have come before you. We bring to you Ma'at, and we repel Isfet for you. And now, I have some. Hold on, I have to set this down. There we go. And this is some solid oil made with a coconut oil base. And so, hail, Amun, and take this ointment, which is the eye of Horus. Let its scent reach you. Let it rejuvenate you. Let it cool your heart. You shall not grow weary with it. And of course, we're going to be anointing the modern statue. That's why he's here. Hail, Amun, and receive these cool waters, which are the eye of Horus. May they rejuvenate you. May they purify you. May they cool your heart, for you shall not grow weary with them. And again, therein is the value of having something modern, because we can put oil and water on it and it won't hurt it. Hail to you, O Yeneshuru, in all your names and in all your places. Place your consecration upon us. May you make it beneficial to us. And may you protect us from all evil. Receive us and place your arms over us, for we are your Shamsu upon this earth. May we be beneficial to you and to humankind, as you are beneficial to us. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's take one of these. And for the folks who tuned in a little after the very beginning, I will show you a little closer up these cakes. These are a modification of the tiger nut cake recipe from the tasting history video. This was batch, version 3, and we actually got something that is a small cone. And of course, if you're familiar with hieroglyphs, an arm holding A bread loaf, similar to this, is the sign for to give. So I will be doing a video detailing, how I figured out a recipe to get something like this. That's forthcoming. But this would be the point where we would share bread with the gods. Of what shall we eat? We shall eat the bread which Renutet provides for us in the shrine of the gods. We shall eat of bread and partake of Ma'at. Tell you what. I'll just have a little nibble. You want some, Jerry?
Sure, I'll share with you.
Yeah. Have a bite.
I share everything with you. Well, man, I'm sorry y'all ain't here.
Until they invent smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision. Okay, and I don't have something I can set it on. I'll just set it over here so we can finish eating it. Because I don't want to be like, okay, doing the rest of this. So, is that symbolically we partake
Man,
of it?
that's good.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just kind of picking up on the discussion a little bit, and maybe we need a prayer for healing for everyone. Absolutely. And sorry that you're having to struggle with that, but we love you, and just I realize that it can be hard to learn to accept yourself, and there's some things that we're just going to have a tough time with, but just remind yourself that the gods love you how you are. You are okay, and they love variety, they love all shapes and sizes, and they love you, and we love you.
Right.
So, and with that, it is time to offer Ma'at. So we come unto you, O Amun Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The spet is cast out by your word, and rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. And now to read a few things So Amun to the other gods. Tell you what, I'm going to start with something here from the hymns to Amun-Ra from Hybis Temple. And it's rather long, so I'm going to just kind of go through a few things here. You are Nun, the elder, Amun, the elder, who is in the sanctuary in the great temple in Heliopolis. It is through the sunbeams of Heliopolis that you enter the sky, so that you might behold your children in Menset. It is with your children, the other gods, surrounding you, and those who are in your service protecting you, that offerings are consecrated to you in Shataset. Your image is in Heliopolis, and your secret temple in the crypt of Karaha. Your children are as thousands before you, your bow and your scepter being there for your protection, in order to trample your enemies. Your images are within your Opet, as manifestations of men, upraised of arm, tall of plumes, king of the gods. Upraised of arm, lord of the dual crown, mighty of prestige and lord of respect. Kemetics, foremost of his fields, vaunted of his beauty, lord of the phallus. Turquoise and black of beard, sparkling faces, the Meriti, lord of Wajit eyes, or Ujat eyes, equipped with amulets. He of Koptos, foremost of the garden. He of Akhmim, who is upon his platform. Atum the Great, lord of creation. Montura in Thebes, Nehipta in Thebes. Amun-Ra, lord of all eternity. O Amun-Ra, lord of the thrones of the two lands, may you live forever. A drinking cup is taken, that the sky may be smooth to the south. A drinking cup is taken, that the sky may be smooth to the north. So the sailors of Neb-Kapru-Ra, beloved of Amun-Ra Kemetics, praised of the gods, may drink. And I have to give a shout out again to Mary Draw, because she sang that so beautifully for the Opet video that we did a couple of years ago. So, hail Amut, the Great, mistress of the Isheru, who gives birth to light again in Thebes, who traverses the two lands, pregnant with the sun, that she may give birth to him in the temple of Mut. Mother of Ra, she who creates light, the great Uraeus which encircles her father Ra, who gives birth to him as Khonsu, both daughter and mother, who creates her own creator. And hail unto you, Khonsu the child, very great, firstborn of Amun, goodly youth, sweet of love, king of all children, babe born alive, who repeats birth like the sun disk, who repeats the renewal of Ra in Thebes, babe in the morning, old man in the evening, youth who renews at the proper times, who arrives as an infant after his old age, whom Mut gave birth to in Thebes as the august child, the living one in his manifestation of Khepri, Ra after he repeated births, Atum in the evening within the entrance of Manu, Iris of the Ujat, Horus as a young child, babe of Amun-Ra, lord of food, plentiful of sustenance, lord of offerings, who gives to those he loves. And since folks asked for a prayer for healing, I happen to have in the back of here. Hear us, O Amun-Ra, Lord of the southern Union, and place your arms of blessing around all of those who are tuning in with us and who need it. Let them rejoice in your bounty, and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Nit and Upwot to open their ways for them. And may you protect them, protect us, with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Capri at dawn, Atum at dusk. Ra Horaketi, as you rule the Nine. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can set this tray where it will balance down here. You know what? I don't trust that, so I'm just set it down here so that we have room to do our cookies. Because it is that time, your favorite and mine. And we're going to start with one that's for everyone. Now, if you'll recall, our cookie from last week said, even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. So I took that as a sign to get busy working on some things. Let's see what they have to tell us this week. Mistakes are the portals of discovery. Don't
be afraid of your mistakes.
Right, I get the sense that it's what it means is things. Looking back on things in the past that you feel like might have been mistakes, those are opportunities to learn something better. And if I may, I'm also getting the sense because you had something last week saying don't just sit there, even if you're headed in the right direction. Don't just sit still. This is saying it's a good time to reflect on those things and carry forward that knowledge and act on what you've learned. Darren, what do you think?
I think you're absolutely right.
So this is a chance to I guess make up for things that maybe didn't go so well in the past. This is a chance to take what you've learned from it and carry forward. So let's see. I'm seeing some cookie icons here.
If Seto needs another cookie.
Say what?
Did Seta request another cookie?
Oh, she did? Or do you know?
I didn't see it.
Well, you know what? After this, I'll check. Or you know what? I might be able to hop in another window real quick.
Just pull one for her anyway.
Well, no. What I'm saying is I can pull it up in a window and kind of scroll back and see. And no, I didn't see a request. So wait. Oh, wait. No. Hang on. Oh, that's from a ways back. So okay.
All
right. So let me again hop over to the other window. There we go. Okay, starting with Monkey Mind Thoughts, and then hiya, Anzu Corduroy Dino. Wait, but you're definitely here. So okay. And then Ashley Spradley from Bast. So we'll start with Monkey Mind Thoughts. And actually, I believe that Moot and Bast were both honored. They were both part of the procession in Thebes at one point. There were certain things, the major holidays, Bast joined along with Moot. So it would be appropriate to ask her in a case like this. But we'll start with Monkey Mind Thoughts. Monkey Mind Thoughts. We must not become complacent over any success. We must not become complacent over any success. So Ashley Sakar Spradley asks best. Ashley, if you don't do it well, don't do it at all. If you don't do it well, don't do it at all. I had the sense that that's for something very specific. Because, there's some things, practice makes perfect, but, there are other things where the learning curve is, too much for this. So for something in particular, if you don't do it well, don't do it at all. Kristen, rebase, and then Thralo. So Kristen. Oh my, you got 2. You have voicemail. The universe does not have laws. It has habits, and habits can be broken. That's your first one, Kristen. Now there's a second one here. We must have old memories and young hopes. So, the universe does not have laws. It has habits, and habits can be broken. And we must have old memories and young hopes. So this is an opportunity for change, but in a positive direction. And especially paired with the overall one about mistakes are portals of discovery. It's really sounding like this is a time to make positive changes and go in new directions, go forward. So that was for Kristen. Now for Thrilo. Anyone can start. Only the determined will finish. Thrilo. Anyone can start. Only the determined will finish. Let's see. I'm trying to keep these in order, so if we have to go back for anybody, we can. And next is B. And, okay, yeah. B. Wealth is a means to an end, not the end itself. Wealth is a means to an end, ... not the end itself. So the sense I'm getting is don't get caught up in the quest for wealth, and in doing so, lose sight of why you're going for it in the first place. Wealth is a means to an end, not the end itself. So that was for B. And now for Katie Horton from Set. She's been trying to let me know on something. And then after that is our Discord cookies. So we'll ask Set to give a message for Katie Horton. Let's see what it says. We grow great by dreams. All big women and men are dreamers. Big or great. We grow great by dreams. All great men and women are dreamers. So, Katie, that's for you. That's I think Seth is trying to encourage you on something. We grow great by our dreams. And of course, as dear Optimus Prime said, the world was built on dreams. Okay, Marissa Wood, please and thank you. And excuse me, hang on, I skipped down because you got the Discord cookies, then Kit Fox, and then Marissa Wood. Okay, so starting with Alex, then Dodek, Ori, and Jedka Nebethat. Okay, so we'll start with Alex. Okay, for Alex, every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. So every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. That's for Alex. And I tell you what, I'm going to make a note on that one. So again, if I read anything too fast or you need me to repeat anything, that'll help me to keep track of it. So next is Dodek, then Ori. Dodek. If you do not run your subconscious mind yourself, someone else will. So for Dodek, if you do not run your subconscious mind yourself, someone else will. And that's for Dodek. And next is for Ori. Lively is trying to get away from it. Okay. Minor aches today are likely to pay off handsomely tomorrow. So for Ori, minor aches today are likely to pay off handsomely tomorrow. I'll go ahead and make a note of that. And now for Jedka Nebetat. The enduring Ka of Nebetat, I believe. Softening your attitude opens your heart. So for Jedka Nebetat, softening your attitude opens your heart. All right, I'm going to make a note for... There we go. Softening your attitude opens your heart. Okay. So now for Kit Fox. A cuddle for Isadora, of course. Sing and rejoice. Fortune is smiling upon you. Kit Fox, sing and rejoice. Fortune is smiling upon you. And next is, yes, Marissa Wood. There we are. A lot of them seem to be kind of flying out this way tonight. Oh, man. Oh, that's not cool. Oh. My right knee's complaining about the bending down and getting up for some reason. Marissa, smile, smile. Your smile will make you happier day after day. And so to read it again, smile, comma, smile, comma again. Your smile will make you happier day after day. And the sense that I'm getting is to point out that sometimes we don't realize how much others appreciate our smile and how beautiful our smile can be. Darren keeps telling me that because I take pictures like with the voice of Megatron or Galvatron. I took a picture with him, and Darren was like, "You should have, done it. You should have shown your teeth. You smile closed mouth. You're so pretty when you smile. And it's a full on one. And I didn't even think about it. It's just not something I'm used to doing. But we don't think about how much other people might appreciate our smile. I think the gods are telling you, smile, because your smile will make you happier day after day. Okay, so Soraya Torshik Rabidesh Tepid. And if I'm saying that wrong, then correct me. Okay, and okay, be head to head out. Thank you for the cookie. I'll be leaving now. It's getting late and I'm sleepy. We'll sleep good. And Kristen. Yeah, I know, Kristen, where you're at, it's early in the morning. Good night. All right. Oh, okay. I don't like when people smile at me without, saying whatever they're trying to express. Yeah, I can understand where that's like, dude, what do you want? But, So, all right, but we're picking up with Soraya, and then King Shabib music, peace and gratitude, absolutely. So, there we are. Soraya. The value lies not within any particular thing, but in the desire placed on that thing. The value lies not within any particular thing, but in the desire placed on that thing. So hopefully that makes sense for something specific. The value lies not within any particular thing, but in the desire placed on that thing. And I could be wrong, but I'm getting a thought that maybe there's things involved in an inheritance, and maybe that there's something going on with that. And that's definitely a case of the value lies in what, how badly people want something or think they want it. But hopefully that advice helps. So King Shabib music. May the peace of Amun-Ra be upon you. And we have words of good fortune and wisdom here. King Shabib, we cannot be happy unless we think we are the means of good to others. We cannot be happy unless we think we are the means of good to others. So it's the good you do and the happiness that you bring to other people that will bring you happiness in turn. And if you're a musician, that's one way that I can think of already, that you can bring joy to others. But we cannot be happy unless we think we are the means of good to others. Okay, so Mimi, and then Mary Wepawet from whoever is clonking me on the noggin. I've had some interesting things happen over the past couple of months. Absolutely. And then Kyle Hinahosa. Sorry, Mimi. Oh my, Mimi, you got two. Now let me get the first one. And again, because I know there's some folks that tuned in a little after the fact, that kind of caught us midway through, there's some things that we had set up that I want to show you. But Mimi, your first one. Angels are among us. When you find them, cherish their presence every day. Now, let's get the other one here. Oh, try not to bend that knee. My knee is telling me, hey, you're 47? And I want to tell it, don't remind me. But anyway, your second fortune. Adventure can be real happiness. So Mimi, angels are among us. When you find them, cherish their presence every day. And adventure can be real happiness. Time to take one of those angels on an adventure, maybe. Okay, that was Mimi, and now from Mary Wepawet. We'll see. Oh, Amen, who amongst your need is trying to tap Mary Wepawet on the head? There we go. Okay. Mary Wepawet, if you don't enjoy what you have, how could you be happier with more? If you don't enjoy what you have, how could you be happier with more? And let's see, now for Kyle Hinahosa. All right. Oh, wow. Kyle Hinahosa. Excuses are easy to manufacture and hard to sell. Excuses are easy to manufacture and hard to sell. So don't make any and don't buy any. But, okay. And sarcastic. All right. Let's see. And then. Oh, Tamir, have nafren opets nafrit. Happy opet. Um, and let me get that cookie for sarcastic. And I have to show you the offering tray as soon as we do that. But sarcastic, who's been kind enough to keep up with the Discord cookies and pass those along. Now it's your turn. Ha! Sarcastic. Smile if you like this fortune cookie. I think they punked you, sarcastic. Smile if you like this fortune cookie. But we love you and so do they, sarcastic. But all right, for those who tuned in a little after the beginning, here we go. I had to set it on the floor, but here's our tray. Let's see if the camera can pick this up. Oh yeah, here we go. So we've got our cantarito with water and some grapes and bread, and there's actually some basil leaves that I picked also from the garden, and shiitake mushrooms. So it's the sort of thing. No, they didn't have that in Egypt, but you know that if they could have grown something like that, they certainly would have offered it. And version 3 of our tiger nut cakes. And I will be posting the recipe as we worked it out on a video, because I got it by watching a video and then saying, okay, how can I tweak this? Recipes are made to be tweaked. And of course we're spelling out a hieroglyph now. So I guess Rehatpa and Khan Amun Ra. So giving an offering to the Ka of Amun Ra. There we go. So if there's anybody else that wants a cookie, go ahead and toss that icon up there. And we'll wrap those up and make our offerings endure. Oh, Jordan, good night, everybody. Thanks for a lovely ceremony. Absolutely. Glad to have you with us. And troll. Okay. Just finding a prayer request. Okay, so so one night you have a request, and let me make sure I okay, good night. Mary Rimmer tuned in. I hate to do it, but if you could that super chat at the way at the beginning. Oh, duh, there we go. Rough week, stomach bug, back pain, depression, kicking my ass. Thanks for the service as well. Gotcha, loud and clear. Let's get Tamir Boren's cookie. You should be able to make money and hold on to it. So Temir, you should be able to make money and hold on to it. Hopefully that's some good news for you. Absolutely. So, a prayer. For Amun Ra Haraketi, Nisut Nutru, King of the Gods, on this beautiful feast of Opet, we celebrate your renewal and rejuvenation and consecration as the King of the Gods. We ask you to share that bounty and that renewal and that rejuvenation with us. And for folks that, have been feeling under the weather and that are dealing with pain and depression and weariness, may they. Are you okay, boo?
I need to get you a smaller office.
Or a smaller trash can. I don't know. No, poor Downer's coming back in and he hit the trash can.
Especially because there's this.
Okay, I need to move that. Yes. Okay, sorry, but I can't help but think that the gods are getting a chuckle out of this somehow.
I hope so.
Yeah, but they're trying to say something serious here. But may this humor also be a gift to the gods, and help them to chase away evil and replace it with rejoicing and happiness. And may evil and weariness be chased away for all of our family that tune in with us every week. And may their weariness and pain and depression be replaced with strength and renewal and happiness and brightest blessings and the sunshine of Amun-Ra himself on this Feast of Opet. May we share in your blessings and your bounty. And I'm definitely going to be thinking about you guys. There's something that Darren wants to do in December. There's an Abilities Expo in Dallas. And apparently they do this in different cities around the country. And admission is free. And you get to go and, find out about different things that they do for all sorts of issues, and products and services dealing with disability. So there's one in Dallas. We're going to go to that. And that means if we go to that for the whole weekend, that means I'm going to have to pre-tape a service for that Friday. But I'll keep you guys posted and let you know, as it gets a little closer, because that's still 3 months from now. But his sarcastic darn noises. Okay, and Rita De Leon. Hello, many blessings and prayers to all, and may I have a cookie?
Sure.
And
how are we going to say no to somebody so sweet?
Yeah, and yeah, with the disabilities thing, because that's something that I see being when we incorporate that. That's going to be part of what we do is helping members, because I know so many of our members do have disabilities of various kinds. Some of them are hidden disabilities, and we know what that is, and that's something that Darren and I have, a little bit of experience on, and we want to be able to help. So, but Rita De Leon. All right. Rita De Leon. if you want to win anything, a race, yourself, your life, you have to go a little wild. So if you want to win anything, a race, yourself, your life, you have to go a little wild.
Cut loose. You've been a bit reserved, hesitant even.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and when you keep in mind that a lot of the theme of a lot of the things that we're getting tonight is to move forward and to learn from what didn't work in the past and forge ahead in new directions, which is appropriate considering that this is a feast of renewal for the king of the gods, for Amun-Ra. And so he's telling us, okay, maybe some things didn't work out earlier in the year or at some point in the past. That's okay. Take what you learned and we go forward. And so, okay, Marie, it's good to have you on. I need to go now. It's very early in the morning, but lovely service as always. Happy Opet, and we love you, Marie. Thank you for joining us, and you sleep well. And let's go ahead and wrap up the offerings so that everybody else can get on with a wonderful Opet weekend. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Unu, endures. As the name of Oster, Kentiamentu, endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Amun-Ra. You have come in peace, O Khonsu, O Mut. You have come in peace, O Yunachiru. May you go forth in peace, O Amun-Ra, O Mut, O Khonsu, O Yunachiru. May you go forth in peace to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. All right, before I end the stream, something I'm going to go ahead and do is turn the lights down so you can see kind of how everything looks, because we've got all these other lights.
Oh, you didn't like the alabaster boots?
Oh, hang on, I can do that too. But there we go.
Those are just gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's always cool when we do those. So we'll go ahead and light our alabaster votive holders. Yes, there's supposed to be an exhibit, an Egyptian exhibit coming to a museum in Louisiana next month that I plan on going to. And as I said, I'm going to, that's going to be another opportunity for me to ask people questions that are probably above their pay grade Although maybe not because
Wow.
hang on, because that particular museum, the one in Baton Rouge, they do have some Ptolemaic era things on exhibit, and they did. I was looking on their website; they had actually, yeah, there's like a hair in there or something. There we go, that got it. They have a mummy in there that they worked with some folks, including our dear Salima Ikram, to identify the mummy that they have in their collection. So somebody there again might be able to answer some questions for me, and as I say, it won't be quite above their pay grade. And of course, everything that I find out, becomes something for the channel. But a little something to go to bed on for
I
some
don't
of you
know if
guys.
they can see, babe.
It's yeah, it is a little dark, but I'm gonna have to take some pictures.
Yeah, I just watched the first alabaster candle you lit be super dim, and then as you set it down,
Yeah.
it
Once
just
once the
brightened up.
yeah
It was
once the
really
wick
cool
catches
looking.
on the tea light, it really does nice thing. Oh wow. So. Alrighty, guys. It's sarcastic because I always love the altar in low light, and the right kind of cameras you can pick up more detail, and it's really really awesome. But,
we hope to get enough money one day to get a 4K.
now I tell you what,
camera.
someone gave me a camera a couple of years ago, and I need to make sure I need to figure out what connectors it needs so we can connect it and read it, on the
Right.
on the computer, because I might be able to take some really good pictures, or some footage with that. But yeah. Yeah, so I do intend to do some videos that are a little more just footage of the altar, and we'll do some reading. I've been working on that stuff that you were like cringing in terror at, Darren, of trying to work out the pronunciation
Yep.
for things in Egyptian, and I swear, I think I started explaining some of that, and you like want to run away and cry, but
I'd like to have run. That would have been cool.
but no, that's something that I'm hoping maybe like for October we can do something nice like that. So. But anyway, yeah, and the web camera can't really pick it up, but what you're seeing that's giving you the colors at the top is actually the Ramadan lights.
Actually, that's all of your mushrooms kicking in.
That's a whole conversation, man. That's a good question. One, I was wondering if there's any like evolutionary factor to firelight and its effect on humans. And if you think about it, modern humans have grown up with fire. Since there were modern humans, so it's a worthwhile question. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful and safe Opet weekend. Oh, and that's one other thing. I did figure out there's a mistake in the calendar on the website, because I don't have anything listed for Friday 13th. Funny that. So what we're going to do is next week the theme is going to be we're going to honor Sekhmet, but I'm also going to I found a couple of things to put something together for Anuket and Satit, the two goddesses of the first cataract. So we'll be honoring them with Khnum. That's next week. So it's not on the calendar because I oopsed and I didn't put it in there. So I thought of it. So I was saying, join us next week. As my owner segment. I think that is 16. All right. Much love, guys. You all be safe and well.
We love you guys. Y'all come back now.
Yeah, see you next week. Ujai.